Alright, what you see here is a Hunter low profile 2 ceiling fan. I got this fan 4 years ago from Brandon C. Johnson, new in the box, and just now I'm finally getting around to getting a video of it in action. This fan I got back in November of 2015. It's the first fan I bought off of Brandon. The Infinity, the white one, and the Codep Stratosphere. Those aren't really fans I got from him, those are fans I got with him. But this is the first fan I actually ever got from Brandon. And I unboxed it back then, but I never tested it because I couldn't really afford to test this. But just never got around to doing a video of it. I was going to test it last year, in 2019, but just never got around to doing so. But here it is, finally up in action. Actually, there's not a single video of any of these in antique brass 52 inches on YouTube, except for this one, as of now. But by the time this video gets published, that could change. So I know there's videos of the white ones and the polished brass ones in 52 inches, but as far as I know, there's not a single video of the antique brass one. This one is a bit older than the other one that I have that's in white. This one is from the first quarter of 1998, and still has the older styled 90s Hunter box, and it also has this type of logo on instead of just the indentation of the logo for the oval around it. And I am using the walnut blades that came with it that are facing down, and the other side is plain oak. Starting off with the walnut side because it has the primary finish on this, like the first option, and also gives it more of a Hunter look. I know oak was like the second option for a lot of Hunter fans back then, whereas that was like their main finish that you'd see on them. Well, especially when it's on the box art too, so that's that. Whereas a lot of other companies, they would have the oak as the first option, then rosewood, walnut, or whatever else they have as the second option. But yeah, I saw these as a kid in the catalog, since why these are childhood fans for me. And I saw one of these in person as a kid in bright brass and 42 inches with a bullet spotlight kit on it at some motorcycle place that sells motorcycles and such. It's in an office of some sort. Still there to this day. But yeah, when Brandon got this, I figured I'd buy it off him since I do like the look of it. It's like a contemporary take on the low profile, but in antique brass, so it's definitely a nice touch to it. But yeah, it doesn't have the logo on the bottom of the switch housing. This is one of the few models that Hunter had back in the 90s that had this type of switch cap instead. But yeah, let me go ahead and start off on a low speed. They sold these for quite a bit. They sold them, I think the first year they sold these was in 1995, and the last year these were sold was in the year 2003. Now, with that being said, I am kind of surprised that you don't see the low profile 2 show up that often compared to the first generation low profile from the 90s, as these were sold same time as well. So it's kind of shocking to me that you don't see these pop up that often. There's a good low speed to it. It's nothing. It's a little bit of a fast low speed, I feel like, but I mean, spinning motor hunters are kind of known for having somewhat of a fast low compared to like a classic Blanca, for an example. But it is a spinner motor, so it's nothing too surprising. It is very quiet, though. That is something I gotta compliment on it. Something I can see like in somebody's man cave back in like the late 90s or early 2000s, or just like a regular living room. Kind of like how Brian Peterson, better known on YouTube as Cleveland fan collector had a low profile 5 in his man cave. I could see something like this in that space as well. But yeah, I never really saw these in person in antique brass as a kid. I did see the white one in person in the Dominican Republic on a display. Then I saw a polished brass one, not polished, but bright brass one later on at a different place on display. But I never did see these antique brass ones as a kid in person. Though for those who do remember back in 2016 when I was searching for a new place to live, the one place I actually did a video of that I uploaded to YouTube was one that actually had fans. The other ones I did videos of, but I didn't upload them just because there was nothing really. I think I only showed the one that had the fans in them. They had a 42-inch one with a 3 light kit on it and a Incon Corinthian. Those fans are actually still to this day. They're really like 5 minutes from or 5 to 7 minute walk from the university I go to. I don't really have any. I'm keeping an eye out in case they ever get rid of them, but they're not really that important to me. But, yeah, let's go ahead and move it up to medium. I definitely would have felt it would have been cool to get a 42-inch version of this. I have a little broader version of this one. As a matter of fact, this is actually the first new in-box Hunter fan I got. Not if I remember correctly. Actually, it might be as a collector. This might be the first. Well, I mean, I did get the 2 Codep Regencies the year before, but collector-wise, like when I started to really get into collect, I think this might be the. Oh no, it wasn't the first new in-box fan I got. It was that was a Dynasty, but this is the second one I actually. So, but yeah. But this one I remember Brennan posting about it, and it was literally like this was back when he was in college. It was literally like 5 minutes from his dorm, so it was really like really close by to him. And this is one that he actually never did a video of because it's like back before he even started doing videos. He started doing videos like a day or so after we met and such back in November of 2015. Yeah. All right, now for the high speed. It definitely does go faster than the white low profile 2 that I have. Something I've noticed, both of the new box low profiles that I have, this and the white one that used to be in my bedroom, worked just fine on each speed, whereas the white low profile 2 and the bright brass low profile that was in my living room both seem to go slower on each speed. So I don't know if those two have failing capacitors on, or the capacitors are starting to fail on them and such. It wouldn't surprise me, kind of, that some 90 hunters had that issue where sometimes the capacitor will go out on them. Although at the same time, it has been quite a bit I tested the white one, so it could just be my memory being fuzzy and such. But I know for a fact that the bright brass one definitely went slower on each speed. In fact, the white one, I think what it made me feel like it went slower is because it did have a wobble on the high speed, so it might be that if it makes me think that it went slower. But yeah, it definitely does kick out a good amount of air. And it's not really a fair test on this fan due to the fact that with the ceiling above it being more exposed, and it's not right against it like a normal ceiling would. This fan is moving more than it normally would. But it's literally the same thing as any spinner motor Hunter for the most part. Though the blade pitch on the low profile are a little bit different. But it's basically the same as the regular 52-inch low profile from the 90s and early 2000s and such. I never really tested a newer version of them, but from what I've seen on videos, they go extremely slow. So at least with this low profile 2s, you don't have to worry about that. Shut off and do spin down. Okay. Put on reverse. But yeah, definitely a childhood fan for me. The white one is more of a childhood one for me than the antique brass one, but not often that you see them, so I figured maybe get it back when I did get it 4 years ago. But yeah, it's definitely one I've always wanted to get to filming, but I just never did for some reason, or it was just something else I wanted to test more than this one. But I figured maybe just finally get this one to test it because it's been sitting in its box for way too long, just sitting there not being tested, or haven't done really anything with it since I got it. So I figured I'd finally get it some action and put it up for a video. One of the blade arms, or one of the blades, seemed to be a bit loose. Now the grommets, back when I opened it up originally, I don't know what I put the grommets for this fan, so I actually stole these grommets from a different fan, so it could be that, which is making it seem like it's out of clock. But something I figured I'd also add, this is actually the first low profile that I have tested that doesn't wobble. All the other ones I've tested have quite a bit of, have a decent wobble to them, but this one doesn't. Even the white one that was installed in my bedroom, when I installed that one had a bit of a wobble to it as well. But the box for it wasn't like packed, the parts for it weren't really packed as neatly like this one was, where it looks like it's been opened up and put back in there, so something the blade arms might have got bent a little bit because of it. It's definitely a fit I can see, like also like a suit rental place of some sort, or like a shoe place. I know I saw like a lot of antique brass generic colors and places like that, so I can definitely see something like this in a place like that as well. Something though that is interesting is that this was sold during the same time that the low profile one was being sold, so there wasn't like this when this came out. The low profile one was discontinued, but this one did get discontinued like a few years after the low profile 3 came out. I think the 3 came out in the year 2002, so then in the year 2003, after that, these were discontinued. Now for reverse high. It's a fan this is a fan I actually did consider swapping out my grandmother's Bahama for with this, but this fan obviously is a better one, so obviously also it's new in the box, so I kind of want to keep it. I definitely could see myself installing it somewhere, just has to be in the right setting for me to actually install it. Yeah, it's definitely a good performer without a question. I do like the wind sound it's making on reverse, and it's not something I hear too often when I test fans down here. Alright, and that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.